Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sportsmen Media. We're live, episode number 2, midweek recap here with Mike, Rob, come to you remotely. Mike in the studio. We got a good one for you. Weekly roundup. Who's hot? Who's not? Someone throws a no-hitter, still loses. NBA playoff updates. Much more coming to you. Let's get it.
Listening to the Sportsmen, Mike and Rob.
All right, Rob. What a week in sports. It's been a fun one. Let's go and start off with the rundown of MLB. How are we looking?
Looking real good, man. There's a lot of good ball out right now. Yeah, man. So let's see here. You just want me to go through the scores right now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the scores. See what we're looking at for today.
So right now, the Angels are playing against the Rangers, and it's in the top of the 7th inning, tied at 2-2. We got a ball game here. Shohei Ohtani started that game. So let's see how that one's going to play out. The Rangers just took two games of the series, so the Angels try not to get swept by a team that's in their division. Moving on, here we go. We got the Cardinals versus the Mets, and the Mets are ahead right now, 6-4 in the top of the 8th inning. Got a good game right there. 2-2, the White Sox versus the Royals, top 6, another good game. The Padres lost to the Phillies today, 3-0. So somewhat of a pitching duel. The Yankees, they just keep rolling. The Yankees beat the Orioles. I mean, I know it's just the Orioles, but they're still winning. You know, they're finding ways to keep winning. So yeah, they won 3-2. The Mariners pulled one off against the Blue Jays, 5-1. So like, yeah, a lot of good baseball today. Some pretty close ball games. I mean, they're not a team that scored more than six runs at the moment because the Mets are at 6. So yeah, just a lot of good baseball, man. Do you want to go over the standings right now?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and run it down with the AL, and I'll pick up with the NL.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm gonna go down the AL first. Okay, so we got the Yankees in the first place in the Eastern Division at 28-9, and they're hitting the ball really good right now. They're playing pretty good. Josh Donaldson seems to be a good fit there. Anthony Rizzo still Anthony Rizzoing. We got Garrett Cole, looks like he got the sticky stuff back. So they're looking pretty good. And then Tampa Bay is not too far behind him at 23-15, and then Toronto, Boston, and then Baltimore. Boston, they got to really step it up, dude. I don't know what's going on with Boston. They're at 15-22, only like a game ahead of Baltimore. So that division is pretty stacked, but we'll see. We'll see. Do you have any?
I mean, Baltimore. The trade Trevor Story. He's got to get it going. I mean, the pitching stuff hasn't been too horrible. Except for one game in particular. We'll get into that a little bit later. But I mean, Baltimore, they're doing a little bit better than predicted. I think they're about 2 games ahead of where Vegas predicted them to finish. So I mean, they're doing a little bit better than they were predicted to do. But I mean, still an early season. But Boston, I think, is definitely one of the bigger disappointments so far this season. They should have been definitely up there right now with Tampa Bay and the Yankees and Toronto. I was expecting a 4-team race, but right now it's definitely only a 3-team race. Boston's really got to do something.
Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. All right, back again. Here we go. So yeah, Boston sports, they kind of demand, a winning culture. So fans are definitely not happy right now. All right, so moving on, we got the Central Division. The Twins are ahead in that division at 22-16. So we got, Carlos Correa. I don't think, is he still hurt? He still might be hurt, but they made some big moves in the offseason.
He's been kind of in and out of the lineup.
Okay. And then after that, we got the White Sox. So they're supposed to be pretty good on paper, but they're sitting at 500 at 18-18, followed by the Cleveland Guardians. And then Kansas City and Detroit. Detroit is pretty, in my opinion, I thought they were going to be a lot better, with the pitching they got, and
They
you got
made a couple
Javi.
moves. People were kind of surprised of it because, like I said, no one really thought of Detroit doing anything this year, and they went out and made a couple moves in the offseason, but definitely
big money
not
moves.
working out so far.
So yeah, moving on. The West Division, that division is pretty stacked. You got Houston, which I'm getting real tired of Houston being good. Respectfully, you want them to. You want to count them out, but you can't. They're sitting at 24-14, first place in the division. So
Yeah, no, but I mean, this was the Angels division until baseball corrected all the divisions and moved Houston into the AL West. It's
right,
kind of been their division ever since.
that was one of the worst things to happen for the Angels is the Houston coming into the AL and in our division. So, but it's going to be a close one. Hopefully it's just good ball. And then, so in second place now, it's the Angels at 24-15. So they're a half game back, depending on what happens today. Did Houston lose? I don't remember. Did they lose? Let's see
yes, Houston lost 5-1 today to the Astros. So Angels win. They're going to be even again at tied for first place. Half a game back right now until the final conclusion for the Angel game.
Yeah, Houston lost to the Red Sox 5-1 today.
Very, very important game for the Angels to make sure they win today.
Absolutely, man. So right now it's a tie game. So it's a big game. If you're you got some time, tune in, listen to it, watch it on TV, and let's see how that turns out. And in third place, Texas. The Angels are playing Texas right now, but they're at 16-19. They made some big money moves too with their middle infield. So let's
Texas,
see how
I think,
that plays out.
definitely another big disappointment like the Red Sox. Making those big moves like that, you definitely can't be under 500 kind of making those kind of moves. That's not. I don't think that was expected. Yeah. I didn't expect them to run away with the division or anything, but I thought that was going to be a 4-team race, and right now it's really only a 2-team race.
Yeah, but a lot of season left. And then followed Texas is Seattle, and I thought Seattle was going to be really good too with the addition of Robbie Ray. And
they got some good young talent there.
Oh yeah, a lot of young talent. Crawford, and they're just looking really good on paper. But then last in the division, you got Oakland, and I think we all kind of expected that with the breakdown of the whole Billy Bean aspect of selling the players before they get too expensive. They got rid of some Matt Chapman, Matt Olson, and those guys were solid. Those guys can rake and they're solid defensively.
I think Montas is the only key player left, their pitcher, but
that's right.
rumors are he's going to be on the move soon too. So
I got some breaking news here. Brad Miller hit a solo bomb in the 7th, and the Rangers go up 3-2.
Oh boy.
We got a game.
Angels are stumbling a little bit. I think it's definitely good though that they stumble now, because if you look at the upcoming schedule for the Angels after the next 2 series, they're about to run through the whole gauntlet of the MLB. They got Toronto at home, then they're away for the Yankees, away for the Phillies. They come back home to play Boston, even though they're doing bad. Boston's still no team to take lightly. And then they got the New York Mets at home, followed by the Dodgers away. So they're about to hit every top team in the MLB in a 2-week span here. And I think it's a make it break it road trip and home series for the Angels. Yeah, they got to at least come out, I think, 500 to have a shot this year. If they don't, I think the season's in trouble. But
I don't know, man. A lot of season left. I'm liking it though. I think it's really entertaining, and at least it's close. So
it just makes it much more troubling because Houston has such a soft lineup for pretty much the whole season. They have like a 2-series span where they could really get hammered, but I mean it's really they're playing all the under 500 teams, and so the Angels really got to cut out for them. They got the much tougher schedule.
Ain't that some shit? It's almost like Rob Manfred likes the Astros.
I know. It's kind of shitty luck for the Angels, but it is what it is. You got to beat the best to win the World Series anyway. So
that's right.
Can't blame it on the schedule.
So what do you got for the NL?
All right, let's run down the NL here. We got NL East. New York Mets, of course, no shocker. Seeming to be the high front runners for the NL East right now. Really thought Philadelphia, Atlanta, and maybe even Washington were kind of going to give them a little bit of run for their money. But, I mean, right now the Mets are still on fire. They've cooled off a little bit. Currently on a 1-game losing streak. There are 6-3, I think, in the last 9. So they got, or 5-5 in the last 10. So they definitely cooled off a little bit, but still 5.5-game lead over the Phillies. Phillies in second, 18-19. Kind of a little bit shocker there. They got a potent lineup. They got sluggers all up and down that lineup. Bryce Harper. They got Schwarber. Who's the other guy they added? The other outfielder. I can't think of his name all of a sudden.
I know they got DD.
Yep.
And they got that
Castellanos.
that rookie.
Yeah.
Castellanos.
Castellanos in the outfield slugging it. Harper's going down probably with some tear in his elbow, but because of the DH, he's able to hit, so he's always still going to be in the lineup. That's the new universal DH coming into play there. Pretty big for the Phillies. Miami, kind of a little bit of surprise. Miami's third. They're 17-19, under 500, but they have really good young talent. They have a good core. If they were to make a few good moves, they'd be right up there with talks of possibly winning the division. But then you got the defending World Series champs, Atlanta, 4th place, 17-21, also not off to a hot start. And then the Washington Nationals way in the cellar there at 12-26, 12 games behind the New York Mets. I'm pretty sure, unless a miracle happens, they're pretty much done for the season.
Free Soto. Got to get rid of Soto.
Soto could potentially be on the moves. I read something today that he may get traded.
Which will be one of the dumbest moves in MLB history.
It would, but if you're going to be losing, you want to get some return, and you're rebuilding. I mean, they lost Rendon. They lost a couple.
Where do you got him going?
Players.
Real quick, 5 seconds. Where do you got him going? Just guess.
Soto?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one. Maybe Twins?
Contender. The Twins?
Twins, Carlos Correa, Soto.
I would hate it, but I can see him in some Yankee pinstripes with that short porch to the right.
Yeah, I can see that too. Soto plays what? Soto plays the outfield, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
you're moving out of the Yankees outfield. You can't move Judge. You got Stanton. They got kind of a surplus of outfielders.
Yeah,
but that one, I definitely could see it too. That's definitely a Yankee move right there.
Or Boston, dude.
I mean, Boston.
They got to change something up,
Boston definitely needs help.
Yeah,
but it's going to be a heavy price tag to get him, so it's going to be all about who. It could even be the Dodgers. Dodgers got the farm system still to trade some chips away, but
yeah, dude, that would suck. I mean, it would be good, but
good for the Dodgers, but
yeah.
So, but that's NL East here. We got the NL Central now. Milwaukee, first place, 24-14, 3-game lead over St. Louis, who's second with 20-16. Chicago Cubs in third, 15-20. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati running out and 4th and 5th place there in the NL Central. Nothing too much stands out. St. Louis, obviously, Pujols United, doing his final tour with Adam Wainwright and Yachty. Great for baseball. I love it.
You can't write shit like that. That's a movie right now.
Exactly. Pujols pitching the other day. Seeing him on the mound.
They call him the pitching machine.
The pitching machine now. That's his new name. He's up there with was it Babe Ruth stats now too? Only people
600 bombs and
600 bombs and pitches in a game. Yeah.
Right.
So it's history there too. But that was fun to watch.
It was 2. He gave up 2 bombs. But you know what? He closed the door, dude.
He did. He did close the door.
Who was it? Evan Longoria got a base hit off him, asked for the ball. That's a Kodak moment right there.
Yep. I saw that. That was pretty good. Like I said, it was all good for the sport of baseball, man.
Oh yeah, you gotta love some Pujols.
Stuff you love to see, man. Another one here, Chicago, right in the middle of the standings. They've kind of made some moves that people are questioning this offseason too, because kind of just scratching your head thinking of what the Cubs were thinking they're trying to do this offseason, still not panning out for them. I mean, there's 7.5 games out of first, not looking good there either. Pretty much a 2-team race in the Central between the Cardinals and Milwaukee. Then we got, of course, the potent NL West. We got the Dodgers in first place, 25-12. Dodgers 5-game win streak right now. They're looking pretty good, 6-4 in their last 10. San Diego right on their heels, 2 games back. They're 5-5 though in the last 10. And then, of course, the Giants 22-15, Colorado 18-19, and Arizona 18-21. 3-team race. Pretty much as the last 3 seasons been a 3-team race. Dodgers, San Diego, and San Francisco. What are your thoughts on NL West?
You know what? I think it's gonna be close on paper, but I think it's gonna the Dodgers all the way. I don't see San Diego slam Diego. I don't see them pulling it off. The Dodgers, they're just too good, and the Giants are good too. They have a really good coaching staff. But again, it's the Dodgers division all the way.
I mean, it's definitely the Dodgers division to lose. I would not be surprised, though, if San Francisco shocks us again and somehow ends up winning the division. They're only 3 games back. They're 7-3 in their last 10. You know, they're looking pretty good. Definitely not as good as the Dodgers, but I feel San Diego's probably going to be hot till the All-Star break, and then somehow they're going to fall off the table again like they did last year.
Yeah.
So I think it really comes down to the Dodgers and Giants again. I'd be shocked if San Diego stays in the whole season, but who knows?
Yeah. The Padres, they got Robbie Cano, but I don't think he's done anything yet. So
no, he hasn't done anything yet. I mean, he's got a lot to prove. You know, who knows? I mean, he probably get good bat off the bench. You know, lefty bat off the bench. I don't know if he's really going to be a star for them, but you never know. You've seen crazier stories turn around.
That's true, man. That's true.
So, so we're looking pretty good. Let's go into who's hot and who's not. So, taking a look here at the teams, definitely say the hottest team still in baseball is the New York Yankees. Absolutely crushing it. Best record in the league, not even by a little bit. They're 9-1 still in their last 10. They're on a 4-game win streak now. They have a 75-run differential between them and other teams. Absolutely killing it. Is there any chance of stopping the Yankees at this point? I think they're projected at 125 wins right now.
Yeah, no, they're definitely off to a hot start. I actually have a very similar who's hot. It's not a team. It's a certain individual who plays for the Yankees, and he goes by the Judge, Aaron Judge, and he's leading the league with 14 dingers. And I know he just turned down a contract, so he's playing for that money right now. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to bite the Yankees in the ass, and they're going to have to pay him big, or he's going to leave. But the guy is on pace to just do some damage. And I'm not a Yankees fan, but I respect the fuck out of Aaron Judge, and he's doing incredible work right now. I mean, who's hot too is Mike Trout, and I thought that he because he hit another bomb today, and I thought he was going to be pretty close to, if not leading the league in home runs. And you look, and Aaron Judge has 14 bombs already.
Yeah, no, he's killing it. Yeah, he's definitely killing it. I mean, speaking of who's killing it, though, I mean, you want to talk about someone that's hot, even hotter than Mike Trout? Fucking Taylor Ward is just on fire.
Oh yeah, just a no-name. I mean, someone coming up out of nowhere.
No name, shoe-in for the All-Star team if he keeps doing what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Part of me thought, even with Judge turning down that contract and becoming a free agent this upcoming season, what if he was wearing an Angel uniform next year with Brandon Marsh, Mike Trout, and Aaron Judge in the outfield? But with the emergence of Ward, though, now it's kind of, if he's going to stay like this all year, maybe another Walsh for us. Probably don't need to go that route anymore. But
a lot cheaper, dude. Spend that money on pitching.
Exactly. But I could kind of see it, though. Mike Trout.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm digging Ward in the leadoff spot.
No, he's killing it.
It just expands your lineup. It gives it depth.
Yeah. Not to mention how patient he is. He's got a great eye right now. The whole line has a great eye.
Got a great
swing. Patient this season. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's definitely some definitely fire streaks there. And of course, who's not hot? Definitely, I would have to probably give that to the Rockies. I think they're 2-8 in the last 10, as well as Baltimore kind of cooling off. Definitely 2 teams probably not so hot. Probably a couple of bottom teams in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know what? The Albert Pujols. This guy could be, for my son growing up, he could be the next Albert Pujols figure. He's just one of the best all-around hitters that I've ever seen, and he's so young. So you got a guy like this, and it's just it's how the Angels were talked about Mike Trout. Oh, you have one of the best players in the game. What are you doing? What are you doing? And now it's well, dude, the Nationals, I don't understand what they're doing. It's not fair for Juan Soto.
Yeah, no, definitely not fair for Juan Soto. Definitely one of the best players in the league, hands down. Absolutely an incredible player. And I mean, like I said, hopefully, Washington, I mean, is not going to treat him right. Hopefully, he can get on a winning team and compete for that, playoff and World Series. Definitely deserves to be in that. So, I mean, time will tell for sure. But yeah. Next thing on the agenda here, Red Sox, Astros making some baseball history. One team, not some good history, but Astros 5 home runs in 1 inning off of Nathan Eovaldi. Ties an MLB record for most homers in a game. What are your thoughts on that?
You know what? Evaldi's no slouch either. He's a big league pitcher, and he's made some really good outings. And you know what, man? I'm just gonna say it. It's almost like they knew what was coming.
How did I know you're going to go there? But I mean, definitely was. Did you even see there was one fan caught 2 home runs in the same inning?
I did see that, and you know what, man? It pays off to be lucky sometimes. So if I was that guy, I would go out and buy a lottery ticket because I've never seen that before either.
I've never seen it before either. It's the same inning too, let alone the same game. But the same inning catches 2 home runs. Incredible night for the fan. Incredible night in baseball. Whether how you feel about the Astros or not. But yeah, no, absolutely not so good for Nathan Eovaldi though. I think he's given up 12 home runs already this year, leading the league in home runs given up. I think he's kind of looking for trouble. It's kind of the dead ball era right now. Balls are not flying out of the park like they used to. I think he only gave up 14 all of last year, and he's already at 12. We're not even 1 month, into the season.
Yeah, you got to start asking yourself: is he hurt? Is there something going on that we don't know about?
Yep, I think the Red Sox definitely got to start hitting the panic button here very shortly for their season. They got to make some kind of move, whether it's acquiring a new starting pitcher. I mean, you still got Luis Castillo on the market. You got Montes from the A's on the market. Mm-hmm. There's quite a bit out there still available. Even people that I think that hasn't been signed yet. I think Jay Happ hasn't been signed yet. He's still a free agent. Army can bring in to eat some innings. But yeah, so another little thing too I wanted to kind of touch on too. I don't know if you saw this. Max Scherzer doesn't have time for the ceremonial first pitch and kind of shunned out the ambassador that tried to throw out the first pitch. Do you see that?
I did see that. You know what, man? Mad Max, you don't fuck with him, from what I've heard, you don't talk to him when he's pitching. You don't, he's there to go to work, and he's a guy that makes a statement. And you know what, if he does what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, you definitely don't get Mad Max's way. He's definitely a gamer. I mean, that's what you want of a pitcher, though. You want that mentality of, getting out there and just competing and trying to steamroll over everyone. You want that.
Breaking news,
fire.
Mike. I got breaking news. Breaking news.
What's going on?
All right. So the Rangers expand their lead to 4-2. And our old friend Cole Calhoun hit a solo bomb in the bottom of the 8th.
Damn Cole Calhoun making us pay.
The Red Baron.
The Red Baron making us pay, man. It's not looking good right now for the Angels. The Angels definitely cooling off. I mean, they've been on fire. They're still looking good. Most of their losses that they have had have still been close games, besides a few lately. But like I said, it's good for them to falter now, get these jitters out of the way, so they're ready to go when they hit that meat of the MLB here in the coming weeks. They got Oakland and Texas one more time at home before they start going through that gauntlet. So hopefully they can use that turnaround, get some momentum going for Toronto and the Yankees and Phillies. And,
Absolutely.
Hopefully we get it done. So next, Reds. Throw no hitter, yet still managed to lose the ball game, man. How do you feel about this one?
It still blows my mind. I mean, how does that happen? I just don't get it. I mean, who was it pitching? It was Green, right? The rookie that just
Hunter
shoves
Green.
the guy. that throws 100 when he looks like he's barely even trying. I mean, and he said too, it is what it is. I would be livid if I was pitching and I was just shoving, I mean, what more can you ask out of a guy? And I mean, just all you're asking for is a little bit of run support, and you can't even give him anything, dude, anything. I mean, you try anything, but it just makes no sense. It looks like two JV teams going at it. It was horrible. It was horrible, dude.
Yep.
I
mean, unfortunately, the Reds are not. This is not their first time. They were the first team, I believe, to lose a no-hitter in 1964. When this happened as well. So definitely
what a boring game to go to. Could you imagine paying? I mean, yeah, like for baseball fans, like it could be fun, just
diehard fans,
yeah. But I mean, you pay to see some bombs. You pay to see some offense. I just can't imagine, like taking someone to a baseball game that person doesn't know much about baseball and then showing them that. That's the final product out there, and it's just I don't think that's good for baseball.
Yep, nope.
But,
I mean, our Angels even also had this happen to him back in June 2008. Weaver, no-hit loss. Him and Jose Arredondo for the Angels against the Dodgers, of all teams. Dodgers beat us that game, even though we no-hit him as well. So, I mean, it's happened a few times in history. I think only about 5 or 6 different times. So, definitely rare. But, that's probably the worst way to lose, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throwing a hitter and can't get the win.
Absolutely, man.
So, all right. Let's close it up here with some NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs,
All right.
man. Give me your thoughts here of how the playoffs are shaping up. What stands out to you? Who's killing it? Who's not?
So, right now, the NBA playoffs are going on, and as we speak, the Warriors are beating the Mavericks 75 to 57. Now, out of these two teams, I'm rooting for Luka. I'm a Luka fan. I think he's incredible. A great young up and coming star. And now I don't think that they're going to win. I'm rooting for him, but I'm picking the Warriors. They're just complete. And you got Steph Curry just tearing it up right now. Clay's back. He's healthy. But I really love the way Luka plays. He's not a fast dude, but it's just he's smart, and the way he pivots his body, the way he uses his weight to push around, and he's got a hell of a shot, So I'm really rooting for him. But I think the Warriors are going to come away with this, and then on the other end, you got the Celtics and the Heat. And the Celtics played a great series. They beat the champs from last year. But you got Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler doesn't get the credit that I think he deserves. He is a superstar in the league. He's got that lockdown defense, and you know what? I think that the Heat are gonna win this one. I think it's gonna be the Heat versus the Warriors. But the Heat took game one, 118 to 107. The Celtics, they're just beat up. They didn't have Horford and they didn't have Smart. And they're tired. You could just tell watching them play. They look super tired. But they say the best ability is availability, and the Celtics got a couple key guys that aren't there. So, man, I think Warriors Heat. That's my prediction.
Warriors Heat. All right, I like it. I think my biggest disappointment in the playoffs right now is the Phoenix Suns. I really thought it'd be them and Golden State in the conference championship over the Mavericks. Yeah. Didn't see that coming. From what I've heard, they kind of fell apart in that series a little bit.
The Suns?
We're definitely not kind of looking like how they were for the whole season.
Oh, absolutely. That last game was horrible. And I don't think Chris Paul will ever win. I think that was his last chance, and he'll go down in history as one of the guys who just couldn't do it, who just couldn't seal the deal. It was horrible, but he's old too, so I get it. He could be tired, he could be this, that, but Devin Booker, there is no excuse in my opinion. He's supposed to be like top 10. in the league. Now, I mean, after that performance, it's just like those are the moments that define you as as what kind of a player you are. And I think he's going to go down as not being clutch now, and he's got a lot more to prove. Now I don't want to hear any of those comparisons about Booker to Tatum to this guy or that guy. It's just like you got to show up in the big games, the big moments, and he didn't.
Yeah. I'm going to give my prediction right now. I'm going to go for the underdog. I think the Dallas Mavericks are going to pull it off against Golden State. I mean, Golden State's been there, done that. I think, they're a little hungrier, I think, than the Golden State Warriors. So I'm going to go Mavs, Miami, and I'm going to have the Mavs winning in 7 games.
I hope so, man. That would do a lot of good things for Luka. I think that would just establish him as one of the best now,
I agree. I totally agree with that. So, I mean, it's I think it's his playoffs to win or lose at this point right now, how it stands.
Oh, yeah.
But
Absolutely,
also
man,
very
absolutely.
happy to not see the Lakers in here. Probably the biggest disappointment of the season, in my opinion.
One of the biggest disappointments in NBA history, I think.
Having the All-Star team, Hall of Fame team, and, couldn't pull it off. But, I mean, that's a whole nother subject there for another time with
Absolutely, man.
LeBron and the Lakers there with Phil Jackson even calling out saying he needs to be traded off the Lakers. What do you think about that?
Yeah. We'll talk about that on another episode.
So, but yeah, any final thoughts there, Rob, on anything?
No.
Anything looking forward to?
Looking forward to the whole rest of the season, man. We got some good baseball, and first quarter's about to be up. So
we do. I think we got we're going to be calling the shots here on Saturday, if I believe correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Angels at home this time against Oakland again. 6:07 game time. So expect for us to be live probably about 5:45. About half hour, 15 minutes before the game starts. So we'll be back on Saturday with that. That wraps it up. Go Angels, go. Hopefully somehow they pull off a miracle and come back tonight. If not, they got a fresh start with Oakland on Friday. They're off tomorrow. But other than that, that's going to take us out. Thanks for coming and joining here. Episode number 2 is down with the Sportsmen Media. We will see you guys on Saturday.
And you're listening to The Sportsman, Mike and Rob.